Good day, fellow knowledge seekers and wisdom warriors. In today's topic, we will quickly dive into the concept of Leo and changing the font on the Leo outline pane. As you can see here, I have Anki and Leo, and in the background I have other tools we'll be looking at. But getting back to Leo's editor, I've talked about that in my IP to hex video. The dots represent the videos that I've made. All the other topics here, you can see there's still lots to come. But right now we're talking about how to change the font here. As you can see, we have the ability to zoom in and out, which is really cool. Unfortunately, we cannot do that on the tabs window here, the tabs dock. We cannot do that on the outline nodes folding dock. We can only do this in the body dock. As you can see, I've depicted it over here in Anki. And how do I reference? Why do I use these two together? Because they complement one another. What you can do easily in Leo, you cannot necessarily do in Anki, but Anki is a flashcard program, and the search functionality is extremely valuable. And how do I search? Well, other than key terms, I use timestamps. Timestamps to do my searching. Yeah, I do that often. Say, I'll combine that with, another two-term search. The cool thing is you can install add-ins that will help you highlight your searches, bring you straight to your result. So, anyhow, we're talking about Leo. As you can see, I'm going to get my flashcards. Right now I'm listing all my flashcards that are subtopics of my LeoEditor topic. Anyhow, we want to start by downloading the source code of Leo. And we're going to do that by going to the LeoEditor.com downloads page. As you can see, here's a link in the GitHub. It will take you to this site, and the repositories here are listed. The LeoEditor is the one we want. You click that, you're going to get the repository. What we need is the git clone or download. We're going to take for cloning, copy and paste the link, go into your location where you want to store it. In this case, I have my Python editors, text editors here. I've downloaded in the past the 5.8, 6062, now working with the 6.2. So I cloned it into a directory that was automatically created. I CD'd change directory. I went straight in there because I want to launch my Visual Studio Code from that directory. I'll go ahead and close this so I can show you how it works. With code dot, you'll start Visual Studio Code up in that directory, which is really cool. So now, in order to change the font, we're going back to so we're currently our editor. We've downloaded the code. Okay, now we're going to go back to Visual Studio Code. In order to launch Leo directly, this is the main Python program for starting it. Now, if you've installed your Python, in my case I got 376, you can click on here. You could actually go into a virtual environment. You could create a virtual environment and use that, but I'm using it locally. So once that's set up correctly, you would go ahead and run your Leo from starting it. It fires up pretty quickly. So now here's our Leo. Now here's our outline window, and as you said, we were looking for changing the font. That's what I wanted here, changing the font. So nextly, how do we change the font? Well, we can do a search in our Leo. We can do an inline search, in-path search. We're going to get as a result, you're going to find this leosettings.leo. There's the configuration for font sizes, and we're going to change that font size, which is 12, starting out as default. We're going to change that. Okay, let's a little bit smaller. Go back into our Leo, and what's going to happen is, as we change that, it's going to, of course, make, our goal is to make this outline window, the font, smaller so we can read it better. Yeah, so we can get a better proportion here. So we'll go ahead and exit out. We'll stop it. Go back in our Leo launch. Go into our editor. So, as I said, we wanted to search, edit, find in files, font. If we do a search for that, we're going to get, by collapsing here, Leo, collapse, Leo settings here. There it is. And we were looking for that font size. Standard fonts here is currently 12. We're going to change it to an 8 so you can really see the difference. Go ahead and save that. We saved it. Now we'll go back into our Leo launch. Start Leo again after changing the font setting, and take a look and see how it's actually going to affect our outline window. Yeah, makes a big difference, huh? There, that's looking cool. So go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, it's a lot easier now. Now it's proportioned out like I need it for working on a daily topics. Go ahead and get my new topic script buttons activated. New subtopic. I can go ahead and put my IP to text up there. So let's say I get a call. I need a new topic. I'll show you in a future video how this topic script button looks. So got a new call, and now I can, now in that moment I take this part, copy it in, bam, clean up a bit. So I got a new call, I need to do something. So I need to do a router config on something. So for one of the first things I do here is actually I do an add. So paste that whole thing in there. I'd copy out my timestamp. I'll go ahead and add that. Now I press the browse. Now I got basically my Anki flashcard up, which is going to supplement my Leo text. But that will be a new topic and a new video. The goal here was to show you how to change the font and the tools I use to do it. And why do you want to use the LeoEditor? For one thing, it's written in Python, and you can go in, once you've downloaded the source code, you can see the inner workings of the text editor and the power that's behind it. And modify it, learn, because mastering Python 3 is achieved in a daily bit-for-bit way. There's no way around this. It's just blood, sweat, and steam every day. It's learning by doing. And if you're a software-defined network engineer, you're gonna be wanting to learn these tools, and you need proper tools to get the job done efficiently, effectively. So, and using Anki, for example, is going to help you recall quickly how your solution was evolved, doing protocol of work easily on site, recalling, showing your boss, showing the customer exactly what you're doing in a visual way. So, as I've said in the past, all code examples, instructionals for these videos are reflected in my GitHub repository. So feel free to head on over to SD and Scottie and take a look at my repository as it grows, because I got some really cool stuff coming in with Cisco, checkpoint, firewalls, ESP32's microcontrollers with C++, Linux, Python programming, and Windows. Unfortunately, you have to know Windows. You have to learn it. Linux is a lot more fun, a lot more powerful, but everyone uses Windows. You have to learn all of these things to be an internet working professional. Head on over to my repository and check it out. So, because here, lots of cool stuff. Now, where were we at here? Python buttons, the languages, everything is going to get a video and it's going to be referenced into my GitHub. So let's go back here to the beginning of our overview. Check LeoEditor. That's where we were at. So I wish you all the best on your everlasting journey seeking knowledge and wisdom, extending and improving that which was learned from others is noble, builds character, and should be used to help, not hurt, fellow beings. AI can go in a good direction. It's up to you and me to make it so. That's my little pitch there. If you like my video, then please drop me a thumbs up and or comments, which are greatly appreciated. I'd like to thank you for viewing.